In this tutorial, we will show the deployment model of the two-component application. Two-component app is a test case of Morphemic project. It is available on the Melodic repository, so we will leave the link in the description of this video. To be more efficient, I have already created the deployment model, so we will go through it and try to reproduce some steps. So the first step is our deployment model. We just have to click on deployment type model diagram. Here we have two components. So first, let's explore the palette here. Here we have, if you click and click, you can create a software component, for example. You can create a requirement set, a container, a pass, or a VM. There is also a palette for configurations. So you have multiple kinds like serverless configuration, build configuration, cluster configuration, event, pass, script configuration, image configuration, and container configuration. Once you have specified your components and then your configurations, it is important to specify the communications between components. So to establish this, we have, for example, required host, provided host, required communication, and provided communication. And this connector that can be even either hosting or communication. We also have some concepts that have been introduced in the CAMEL 3.0 language, which describe the control flow relation between components. For example, we have parallel, precedes, sequence, switch, and conditional. So here in our two-component application, we will create a software component. So if you double-click on it, you will get the properties of your software component. For example, I can call it my software components. I can add a description. I can choose some annotations. And here, once you create requirements, you can also add requirements. It is a step that we have not done yet. And here also you can check if it's co-instance host or is long-lived. Close. You can do the same in this CAMEL tab. So here you also have the properties. Let's explore. I want to do like my two-component app. So I have a component that has a configuration. So I come here and click on script configuration and I drop it here. So here I have a script configuration. In this script configuration, you can specify your upload command, install command, so you have different types of commands. Also, image ID, the OS, DevOps tools. So it's quite complete. Then you have the requirement set. I can add my requirement set from here. So again, click, drop, requirement set. Once we will create our requirement model, we will come back here and fill. So it is already done, but it's not supposed to be done. And here you can choose different types of requirements that define your requirement set. And then you can link, like here, for the component DB. The component DB has a requirement set, which is this one. So let's change the name and call it my requirement sets and click on my software component, go to requirement and go to deployment, my requirement sets. And so here we have specified a set of requirements to this specific software component. Let's see how to make a communication between two components. Let's try with a required host. So click on required host, put it here, provided hosts, put it here. You really have to put it right when it's green, and then grab your connector from the provided to the hosting. And here you have a connection established between component DB and component app. And we have finished with a simple example on deployment model, the deployment model. Let's go back to our CAMEL model diagram, and next we will explore in detail the requirement model.